all have times in our lives where we feel broken.
You make the best decision and you carry on.
The Jolie Pitt family, once celebrated as Hollywood's most glamorous and close-knit unit, has been making headlines for a different reason lately. Family tensions and growing estrangement. These dynamics have taken center stage as the children of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt grow older, especially their biological daughter, Shiloh Jolie Pitt. Her recent decision to legally change her name, dropping Pitt to become simply Shiloh Jolie, has sparked widespread interest and speculation. Why would someone make such a decision at 18? What does this mean for her relationship with her father? Shiloh's name change. For Shiloh, turning 18 was a milestone moment. In California, it's the legal age of adulthood, when young people gain the right to make major decisions about their lives. And Shiloh didn't waste time taking a significant step, legally changing her name. Changing a name isn't as simple as signing a piece of paper. It's a detailed legal process, especially in California. After Shiloh made her decision, her legal team began following the necessary steps to make it official. According to California law, anyone wanting to change their name must file a petition in court and publish a public notice of their intent for 4 consecutive weeks in a local newspaper. This step ensures transparency and gives anyone with objections the chance to speak up. Shiloh's legal team placed the required notices in the Los Angeles Times, fulfilling this obligation throughout July. This announcement caught the media's attention, and the public quickly learned about her intentions. By doing so, she formally declared her intent to drop Pitt from her name. The process culminated in a court hearing, where the judge officially approved the change. You must be wondering why the name change matters. For many, this might seem like just a formal step, but in the context of the Jolie Pitt family, it carries significant emotional weight. Shiloh's name change marks a clear step away from her father's legacy. It's a way of carving out her own identity, distinct from the narrative tied to being Brad Pitt's daughter. This decision likely wasn't made lightly. Shiloh is known to be thoughtful and private, much like her mother, Angelina Jolie. The timing, so soon after her 18th birthday, suggests she had been contemplating this move for some time and was ready to act as soon as she had the legal authority to do so. Shiloh's name change didn't happen in a vacuum. It's part of a larger pattern within the Jolie Pitt family. Over the years, there have been growing signs of tension between Brad Pitt and his children. The divorce between Jolie and Pitt was one of the most publicized in Hollywood history, and its effects have been felt deeply by their 6 children: Maddox, Pax, Zahara, Shiloh, and twins Knox and Vivienne. Custody battles, allegations of conflicts, and disagreements over the family's shared assets, such as their French estate Chateau Miraval, have created a complicated family dynamic. Shiloh's siblings have also made moves to distance themselves from Pitt in various ways. For example, Maddox, the eldest, stopped using Pitt on non-legal documents in 2021. Zahara and Vivienne have reportedly introduced themselves simply as Jolie in public settings, even though they haven't gone through the legal process of a name change. These choices may reflect personal decisions, but they also paint a picture of a family where the father's role has become less central. Brad Pitt has expressed sadness over the estrangement, describing it as deeply painful. Sources close to him suggest he sees these decisions, including Shiloh's, as symbolic rejections, which add to the emotional weight of the situation. But why would she make such a choice? One possible reason lies in her close bond with her mother. Angelina has often been a visible presence in her children's lives, attending events with them, involving them in her humanitarian work, and speaking openly about her dedication to them. Shiloh, in particular, has often been seen accompanying her mother on trips and at red carpet appearances. Another factor could be the strained relationship between some of the Jolie Pitt children and Brad. While Brad and Shiloh shared a warm bond during her childhood, reports suggest their connection weakened over the years. Dropping Pitt might not necessarily be a rejection of her father, but rather a way for Shiloh to redefine herself on her own terms, free from the baggage that comes with her parents' high-profile divorce. Impact on father-daughter relationship. Brad Pitt, one of Hollywood's most beloved stars, is no stranger to challenges in his personal life. From high-profile relationships to very public custody battles, he's endured it all under the intense scrutiny of the media. Shiloh's name change has reportedly hit Brad hard, adding another layer of complexity to their relationship. Brad and Shiloh were known to have shared a close bond during her childhood. In the early days, Brad was often seen doting on his daughter, taking her on outings and spending time together as a family. Their connection seemed unbreakable, a father deeply involved in his daughter's life. This closeness makes Shiloh's recent decision even more poignant. It's important to note that Shiloh's choice does not erase the happy memories they've shared. Instead, it signifies a shift in their dynamic. For Brad, the name change might feel like a rejection. But for Shiloh, it's likely a step towards self-expression. Sources close to the actor have described him as devastated by the move, viewing it not merely as a legal change, but as a personal loss. The broader family context plays a role here too. Since Angelina Jolie filed for divorce in 2016, the family has faced a series of upheavals, from custody disputes to reports of strained relationships between Brad and his children. The infamous 2016 plane incident, which led to an investigation into Brad's behavior, further fractured the family unit. While Brad has worked to repair these relationships, the journey has been anything but smooth. Shiloh's name change could be seen as a reflection of these ongoing struggles. The Shiloh Pitt family has always been fascinating, both for their public lives and their private struggles. Shiloh's decision to drop Pitt from her name is a powerful moment in their ongoing story. A moment that reflects not only her personal growth, but also the challenges of navigating family relationships in the public eye. For Brad, Shiloh's choice is undoubtedly a difficult pill to swallow. Yet, it also presents an opportunity for introspection and renewal. Parenthood is a lifelong journey, full of unexpected turns. For Shiloh, this decision marks the start of her journey as an independent adult, one determined to find her own way. Ultimately, the bond between Brad Pitt and Shiloh Jolie remains one of love and potential. While the name change might symbolize a form of distancing, it doesn't close the door on their relationship. Instead, it challenges both father and daughter to redefine what their connection looks like moving forward. Maintaining a bond with Brad Pitt, despite the drama, despite the apparent distance between them, it's clear that the story of Brad and Shiloh's relationship isn't over. Family ties are complex, and the bond between a father and daughter is no exception. Even amidst public scrutiny and private challenges, there's always room for reconciliation and growth. Brad has reportedly made efforts to stay connected to his children, including Shiloh. While the custody battles have made regular interactions more challenging, he's expressed his love for all 6 of his kids in numerous interviews. The memories they've shared, from family vacations to quiet moments at home, remain a foundation upon which they can rebuild. Shiloh, for her part, has shown maturity in navigating her relationship with both her parents. While her name change is significant, it doesn't necessarily mean she's cutting ties with her father completely. Instead, it seems to be more about setting boundaries and asserting her individuality. Maintaining a bond with Brad doesn't have to mean living under his shadow. It can mean redefining their relationship on terms that work for both of them. One of the ways they can rebuild is through shared interests. Brad has long been known for his love of art and architecture, passions he has shared with his children. Finding common ground through hobbies or family traditions could help bridge any gaps created by their differing paths. Additionally, as Shiloh continues to grow and navigate adulthood, her perspective on family dynamics may evolve, opening the door for a deeper understanding between her and her father. Another avenue for connection is through healing past wounds. The divorce and its aftermath have undoubtedly taken a toll on everyone in the family. Therapy, open communication, and time can play a role in mending relationships. While it's impossible to erase the past, acknowledging mistakes and making amends can pave the way for a healthier future. Shiloh's journey of self-discovery. From a very young age, Shiloh stood out as a child with her own voice and preferences. Born on May 27, 2006, in Namibia, her arrival made global headlines. However, what truly captured people's attention wasn't just her star-studded lineage, but the individuality she began expressing almost as soon as she could. Even as a toddler, Shiloh displayed an early inclination to step outside societal norms. She preferred wearing boyish clothes, often dressing in tailored suits, ties, and button-up shirts instead of the more traditional dresses typically associated with young girls. Angelina Jolie, in interviews over the years, has openly celebrated Shiloh's choices. emphasizing the importance of supporting her children in their self-expression. She has often described Shiloh as a funny, loving, and strong-willed child who knows exactly who she is. Brad Pitt also expressed his pride in his daughter's confidence and individuality, fostering a family environment where personal exploration was embraced. One of the most talked about aspects of Shiloh's childhood was her early exploration of gender identity. At a time when such conversations were not as common, Shiloh made headlines for her decision to adopt a more traditionally masculine style. By the age of 3, she asked to be called John, and reportedly insisted on being referred to with male pronouns for a while. Her parents fully supported this phase of her self-discovery, ensuring that Shiloh had the freedom to explore her identity without judgment or pressure. Angelina once shared in an interview that it wasn't a matter of encouraging Shiloh in any particular direction, but about honoring her child's individuality. This openness and encouragement gave Shiloh the safe space she needed to navigate her identity at her own pace. While Shiloh's name preference for John was a phase she later moved on from, it became a critical part of her journey in understanding who she is. Shiloh's fashion choices have always been an outward reflection of her inner world. As a young child, her wardrobe consisted of tailored blazers, crisp shirts, and trousers, mirroring the aesthetics of dapper menswear. Paparazzi photos and red carpet appearances with her family often showcased her sharp, clean style, which was unique and authentic to her. These choices were not about rebellion, but about comfort and authenticity. As she entered her teenage years, Shiloh began experimenting further with her self-expression, slowly introducing more diverse styles into her wardrobe. By 2021, she surprised the world by stepping out in dresses and skirts at high-profile events, signaling another phase in her self-expression. While the media speculated about what this shift meant, Shiloh continued to demonstrate that she wasn't confined by labels or societal expectations. Her style evolution reflected her growth and willingness to embrace different aspects of herself, whether masculine, feminine, or anywhere in between. Beyond her external choices, Shiloh's personality shines through as a major part of her identity. Described by her parents as kind, funny, and full of life, Shiloh is someone who values authenticity. Her ability to remain true to herself, even under the intense scrutiny of the public eye, speaks volumes about her resilience and maturity. Shiloh's humor and lighthearted nature have also been evident in rare glimpses shared by her parents. Angelina Jolie has often described her as someone with a natural sense of humor, able to bring joy to those around her. Despite her fame, Shiloh has maintained a grounded and approachable demeanor, something her parents have worked hard to instill in all their children. Then, dropping her father's surname, Pitt, was a decision that garnered significant attention but was deeply personal. It's a move that many interpreted as a symbolic assertion of her independence and alignment with her mother, who has been a central figure in her life. Shiloh's growing fame. Shiloh Jolie Pitt, the daughter of Hollywood megastars Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, has been quietly carving out her own path, and it's far removed from the Hollywood spotlight her parents are used to. Over the years, she's gained recognition not for her famous lineage, but for her undeniable talent and passion for dance. Her journey into the world of movement and rhythm has been nothing short of inspiring, showcasing how she's shaping her own identity in the public eye. Dance has always been more than just a hobby for Shiloh. It's a defining part of who she is. Videos of her practicing and performing in various dance studios started surfacing on social media a few years ago, revealing her exceptional skill and unique style. These clips show her mastering everything from hip-hop to contemporary choreography with impressive precision. Watching her dance, it's clear she's found something she loves, and that love shines through every move she makes. For Shiloh, dance isn't just about the technicality. It's a way for her to express herself, break free from expectations, and connect with others on her own terms. One of the reasons Shiloh's dance journey has captured so much attention is her viral presence on social media. Clips of her performing in group routines, often alongside other talented young dancers, have been shared widely by fans and dance enthusiasts alike. These videos, many filmed in professional studios like the famous Millennium Dance Complex in Los Angeles, showcase her dedication and hard work. People have marveled at how effortlessly she blends into a room of professionals, holding her own with grace and confidence. The internet's reaction to Shiloh's performances has been overwhelmingly positive. Fans frequently leave comments praising her natural talent and commitment, often noting how refreshing it is to see a celebrity child pursuing something purely out of passion rather than fame. Her performances have sparked admiration not only for her skills, but also for her individuality. Shiloh's choice to focus on dance rather than acting or modeling has set her apart, proving that she's intent on following her own dreams, rather than simply living in her parents' shadow. What's particularly inspiring about Shiloh's story is how relatable it feels. Despite her unique background, her dance journey mirrors the experiences of so many young people discovering a passion and working hard to refine it. The hours spent in rehearsal, the thrill of performing, and the joy of seeing progress are things countless aspiring dancers can identify with. Shiloh's growth as a dancer has also served as a reminder of the power of self-expression and creativity in building one's identity. In many ways, Shiloh Jolie Pitt's rise as a dancer feels like the beginning of a remarkable personal story. While she has access to opportunities that many might only dream of, her success is rooted in her own effort, talent, and dedication. Shiloh's role amid family struggles. Brad and Angelina were more than just Hollywood icons. They were also parents to a large, multicultural family. Together, they raised 6 children: Maddox, Pax, Zahara, Shiloh, and twins Knox and Vivian. 3 of their children, Maddox, Pax, and Zahara, were adopted internationally, while Shiloh and the twins were their biological children. Each child brought their own unique personality and culture to the family, making them one of the most diverse and celebrated households in Hollywood. Shiloh, the first biological child of Brad and Angelina, was born in Namibia in 2006. Her arrival was a global sensation, with the couple reportedly selling her baby photos for millions of dollars and donating the proceeds to charity. From the start, Brad and Angelina showed a deep commitment to raising their children with an awareness of global issues, often traveling with them to different countries and involving them in humanitarian work. Despite their fame, they prioritized creating a close-knit, supportive environment for their children. In 2016, the fairy tale image of the Jolie Pitt family took a sharp turn. Angelina Jolie filed for divorce from Brad Pitt, citing irreconcilable differences. The divorce quickly became one of the most publicized and contentious separations in Hollywood history, with the couple locked in an ongoing custody battle over their 6 children. The proceedings were further complicated by allegations of emotional and physical conflicts, including an infamous incident on a private plane involving Brad and one of the children, reportedly Maddox. The divorce wasn't just difficult for Brad and Angelina. It had a profound impact on their children. Custody arrangements shifted and evolved over time, and tensions between Brad and the older children, particularly Maddox and Pax, became more apparent. Each child seemed to navigate the separation in their own way, with some maintaining close relationships with both parents, while others distanced themselves from their father. Shiloh Jolie Pitt has always been in the spotlight, even as a child. Known for her playful personality and striking resemblance to her parents, she became a favorite of paparazzi and fans alike. But as the Jolie Pitt divorce unfolded, Shiloh found herself at a crossroads between her parents' fractured relationship. Shiloh has been particularly close to Angelina, often accompanying her to movie premieres, charity events, and even casual outings. Angelina has spoken openly about her love for her children, highlighting how much she values their individuality. Shiloh, who has experimented with fashion and personal expression over the years, has always had her mother's full support. Angelina often describes Shiloh as kind, thoughtful, and wise beyond her years, traits that are evident in her public appearances. While Shiloh shared a bond with Brad during her younger years, their relationship seemed to grow more distant after the divorce. Brad, who once shared fun father-daughter moments with her, including attending events together, has reportedly struggled with the estrangement that has followed the split. Sources close to the family suggest that Brad has made efforts to mend relationships with his children, but the process has been challenging and slow. The Jolie Pitt family dynamics have shifted significantly over the years, especially as the children have grown older. Maddox, the eldest, was the first to show signs of estrangement from Brad, removing Pitt from his name in certain documents when he started college in South Korea. Similarly, Pax and Zahara have chosen to use Jolie as their primary last name in many situations. These decisions have reportedly been painful for Brad, who has expressed sadness over the growing distance between him and his children. At the same time, Angelina continues to play a central role in her children's lives, Known for her humanitarian efforts and strong advocacy for children's rights, she often includes her kids in her work, fostering a sense of purpose and individuality among them. Zahara, for instance, has accompanied Angelina on trips to Spelman College, where she is now a student, while Vivienne and Knox have also been seen attending events and spending quality time with their mother. Being a part of the Shiloh Pitt family comes with unique challenges. Growing up in the public eye has meant that every decision, from name changes to college choices, has been scrutinized by the media. For the children, navigating their identities while dealing with the complexities of parental separation hasn't been easy. Each sibling has taken their own approach, with some choosing to step away from the spotlight, while others embrace their public roles alongside their mother. Brad, for his part, has largely stayed quiet about his relationship with his children, choosing to focus on his career and personal growth. He has spoken in interviews about his desire to rebuild trust and create meaningful relationships with them, though he admits the process is ongoing. Friends close to him describe the situation as deeply emotional, especially as the children continue to make choices that reflect their evolving identities and perspectives on their family history. As the Shiloh Pitt children continue to grow into adulthood, their individual paths will likely diverge even more. Shiloh, who has already shown an interest in dance and creative arts, may pursue her passions further, away from the shadow of her parents' fame. The same can be said for her siblings, each of whom seems to be carving out their own space in the world. For Brad and Angelina, co-parenting remains a work in progress. Both have expressed their love for their children and their hopes for a harmonious family dynamic in the future. However, with years of public and private tension, healing is unlikely to happen overnight. Despite the challenges, one thing remains clear: the Shiloh Pitt family's story is far from over. Whether through their personal achievements or their efforts to redefine their relationships, the next chapters of their lives will undoubtedly continue to captivate audiences. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more stories about the lives behind the headlines. And make sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on our latest content.